Hello students, standard 7th. As you know, from the 7th of this month, from Monday, your regular tests are going on, in which the chapter 6 is also taken. So I'm gonna start revision of this chapter today. That are the physical and chemical changes. Let us first revise a little about the chapter, and then we will talk about the some blanks. Now we know that in our daily life around us, we experience so many type of changes. We know that in the morning, maybe you drink milk for which you put sugar in it and stir it. That sugar is getting dissolved. That is also a change. Also, the curd is made from milk. The milk is warmed a little, then 1 or 2 spoons curd is mixed, and then keeping overnight, the milk is turned into curd. That is a change. Similarly, from the wheat flour, we make chapati or puri, parathas, etc., in which also the change takes place. So we can say that there are so many changes takes place. These all changes are mainly distributed in 2 major things, major type of activity, that are the physical changes and chemical changes. Now, what is the difference in them? So, first let us understand that what are the physical changes, and then talk about the chemical changes. Physical changes means those changes in which only the physical properties of a substance is changed. But now what are the physical properties? Physical properties are like that: the shape, size, then state of matter, etc. So when only the shape, size, sometimes color, and the state of the matter, means either it is solid, liquid or gas. These are the physical properties of the substances. So when physical properties are getting changed, then that type of change is known as a physical change. In physical change, no new substances are made, means substances will keep their chemical properties. There are so many examples we can give. If we take a piece of paper and cut it into small pieces, if the small pieces, all small pieces are also paper or not, they are still paper. But due to cutting, its shape changed, size getting smaller. Similarly, from the paper, you fold and make like a boat or any other items. If you know the art of that folding paper and make the new things. But still the paper is a paper. Here only the shape is getting changed. Similarly, you have a glass and you drop the glass and it is broken into pieces. But that glasses are still glasses. No new substance is changed, only it is broken. You take out ice from the refrigerator, keep it open in the air. Then in few seconds, what will happen? They will start melting. All the cubes will start melting and they will turn into water. Till you boil the water, it turns into the water vapor. But reverse is also there. When you cool down that vapor will turn into the liquid as water. And again you put that water into the fridge, it will turn solid. So these also are the examples of the physical changes. Similarly, you can give so many other examples also of the physical changes. You take the wheat and get it grounded and make flour, wheat flour. So by grinding wheat to make flour is a physical change. So as I told you, in physical change, the substance are not getting changed, only their physical properties are getting changed, and so on. Now, what are the chemical changes? We know that when chemical change takes place, it means that a new substance is making. And the old substances are losing their properties and new substances are made. The most common example of the chemical change is rusting of iron. You know that when iron is kept open in moist air and when it comes into contact with oxygen in the presence of this moisture, then you will see that a layer of brown powder is getting deposited on the iron object. If you put a finger, you will get that brown powder on your finger. That is not iron, but it is the rust. That is the oxide of iron. It is known as iron oxide. So iron oxide is actually the new substance made from iron when it reacts with oxygen that is present in the air. So a new substance is made. So it is called a chemical change because the old substance like oxygen and iron, they react with each other and then they make a new substance, that is iron oxide. So rusting of iron is a chemical change. Other so many chemical changes. In the standard 6 also we learn that burning process of magnesium ribbon. When you take a piece of magnesium ribbon by a pair of tongs and hold it on a burner, then first it will get hot and then it starts burning with white dazzling flame. What happens when it is completely burned? You will see the white ashes. What are these white ashes? It is the magnesium oxide. So here the magnesium is gone. Magnesium reacts with oxygen when we burn it, and magnesium oxide is made. So that acid we get is the magnesium oxide. So that is an example of the chemical change. Similarly, when you take a solution of copper sulfate is a blue colored solution. Actually it is in the form of powder, but when you dissolve in the water, then the solution of copper sulfate can be prepared, which has blue color. Now if you put some iron nails or any object made up of iron, like used blade, shaving blade, or anything, small thing that you have, then you put it in that copper sulfate solution and keep it for some time. Then you will notice that the color of that blue will be changed. The copper sulfate is blue colored, but when you put some iron object in it, then after sometimes if you observe, then the blue color will be changed into green color. And if you take out that iron object, iron nail, whatever you put it in, then you will see that a brown layer, reddish brown layer is deposited on it. Here also the copper sulfate is reacting with iron and make iron sulfate. It make iron sulfate, and that iron sulfate has green color, and therefore that blue color is turning into the green color, and the copper metal is also separated from that solution, which is getting deposited on the layer, on the surface of that iron nail. So here there is a chemical change takes place in which the color also was changed. If the chemical changes takes place, then you can observe some changes, like as we saw, color change can be there. Maybe some gas is also evolved, and the temperature can go up or down also, and the new substances are made. That are the properties of the chemical changes. So here as we saw that the copper sulfate react with iron to make iron sulfate and copper. Similarly, if you take vinegar and add acetic acid, vinegar is the acetic acid, in which if you add baking soda baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. And then you will see that some bubbles, that is the production of gas. Carbon dioxide gas is produced. If you pass this carbon dioxide from freshly prepared lime water, then it again react with a carbon dioxide, and that lime water will react with each other and make calcium carbonate. And therefore that freshly prepared lime water, which is transparent, will turn into milky white color. Why? Because that calcium carbonate is the substance of white color. And there, because of that white color, that water turns milky. So here, this is the basic things about the chemical changes. More about chemical changes we will talk in next session, but today we are going to discuss about some blanks. Let us check what is it. When carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, it turns milky due to the formation of blank. So when the carbon dioxide gas is passed through the lime water, it makes calcium carbonate, which is of white color. So answer is calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate is made, and therefore it turns milky. The chemical name of baking soda. Baking soda has chemical name, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Or its formula is NaHCO3. Sodium hydrogen CO3 is carbonate. NaHCO3. Next, two methods by which rusting of iron can be prevented. Actually, we already learned about it in the videos. We will discuss about it tomorrow also, in the next session also. That we know that what is the reason of rusting of iron? When it come in contact with oxygen in the moist air. If it does not come in contact with air, it not get rusted. So two methods are such. First is that you can make a coat of paint in it, on it, means painting or greasing. If you apply grease on it, you know that grease is like a sticky substance. If you make a layer of grease on it also, it does not come in contact with oxygen. And the other one is to make a layer of another metal which not getting rusted. That is known as galvanization. Next, for rusting of iron, dash and dash is necessary. The two things are necessary. Presence of moisture. Presence of moisture and presence of air. If one of them is not available, we know that in not in all season iron is getting rusted. But generally, when it is moist weather in the rainy season, that time only we see the rusting of iron, because that time moisture is not there. Similarly, if we paint it, make a coating of another metal, also it not getting rusted because moisture air will be there, but it does not come in contact with oxygen. So both are necessary. Now, this is made by mixing iron with carbon and metals like chromium, nickel and manganese. That is the stainless steel. We use that stainless steel utensils that are made from iron and mixing with carbon and other metals. So, stainless steel. The molecular formula of rust, the name of that rust is iron oxide and its chemical formula is Fe2O3. Fe2O3. The color of copper sulfate we talked now, it is blue. Magnesium oxide turns moist dash litmus paper dash. So magnesium oxide is a basic oxide. Means when we dissolve in water, then it turns which litmus to which? We know that base will turn red litmus into blue. So red litmus paper blue. It will turn red into blue. The color of iron sulfate, we talked that copper sulfate in which we put iron, it turns blue to green. So that green color is made due to the formation of iron sulfate. And the process of coating zinc on iron is known as galvanization. It is called galvanization. So here we are going to finish the session. Will be followed by PDF, and if any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.